Thank you. Further debate? The member for Scarborough Southwest.
Thank you, Speaker. I rise on behalf of Scarborough Southwest to share their stories and ask for a public inquiry in our long-term care homes. I want to tell you about Maud Smith, a hard-working woman, a mother, a grandmother, who spent the later years of her life at Orchard Villa. Although she lived in a care home, she relied on family members due to the staffing shortages. At multiple occasions, Maud had fallen and had bruises. The family members called it a nightmare when they visited, as they would find her in such terrible conditions. After one specific fall out of her bed, she had a bone exposed and did not receive the support or care that she needed. As her body tried to fight the infection from the fall, she died out of sepsis. This was not COVID-19. Let me tell you about Frances, a woman who worked multiple jobs, from working at a factory to women's auxiliary. Frances did her best to keep going. For the later years of her life, Frances lived at Strathaven in Bowmanville. Due to inadequate staffing, she also relied on family members. So when her daughter fell ill and was unable to visit, things turned for the worse. Suddenly, Frances had lost her appetite and was getting weaker. You see, Frances had Alzheimer's and had forgotten to swallow. So her mouth had severe infections from the food that were given days ago. She also had UTI, and at the age of 86, Frances died from complication of multiple illnesses. This was also not COVID-19. So COVID-19 hit. What happened? Well, let me tell you about Fred. Fred had immigrated from England and worked at a paint company in Canada. He gave his best to this economy. For his later years in life, Fred was at Chartwell Long-Term Care Home in Ajax. Before COVID-19 hit, when the family members had visited on many occasions, they would find him covered in his own feces. When Fred's neighbor had contracted COVID-19 and the home had no place to isolate him, the family members called and asked what actions would be taken to protect the residents at this home. Fred's family members, who live in Scarborough Southwest, actually contacted the Premier as well, begging for help. But there was no response or help for Fred. The family was informed that Fred died a few days later. Mr. Speaker, over the last few weeks, many residents of Scarborough shared heartbreaking stories and their pain and grief. And I wish I could share so many of these stories, but with my limited time, I cannot. So let me just share with you the numbers in the houses and what's happening in these homes and what's happening in Scarborough, because we lost far too many lives. In Ina Grafton Gage Home, in Seven Oaks, in Extended Care Guildwood, in Altamont Care Community, we lost over 133 lives. On top of that, there are about 205 residents right now battling COVID-19 in these homes. And as we celebrate the caregivers on Personal Support Workers Days, the very people we're calling our heroes, let's not forget that these PSWs, these caregivers, have also lost their lives working and trying to take care of our loved ones in these homes. Our governments had failed to protect them as well. Our governments have failed to protect PSWs like Christine Mondegarian, who worked at Altamont Care Community and lost her life after contracting the virus. Christine gave 31 years of her life to take care of our seniors. In each of these homes, there are about 128 caregivers right now who have contracted COVID-19 from doing their job and putting their lives at risk for a job that they did not get paid enough and the benefits that truly deserved. This is a result of not just COVID-19, but rather the years of neglect. And this is why we need a public inquiry to bring forth the truth. When the Mike Harris Conservative government privatized our care homes, and they made the care of our loved ones and our parents, our grandparents about profit and not the quality of care. When the Liberals were in government, and many members who are sitting in this House still, cancelled hands-on care in this province. Hands-on care, things like dressing, like brushing, like toileting, helping them getting back up. They made this worse. When the previous Liberal government switched to something called light inspections in over 500 homes in Ontario, when we knew that full inspection was already not enough, according to the Auditor General. When they cancelled the full inspections and made light inspection, I don't even know what light inspection is. They made things worse. And when this government came into power, they scaled back the inspections. In 2018, we have about half of the inspections, and in 2019, I cannot even believe that we had 9 inspections in 2019. During COVID-19, this government's slow response was also just inexplicable. The lack of testing, the delay in getting the results of residents, there is no testing for staffing for a long time. We had to push for that. And there is no PPE. I had to get donors and community organizations to find PPE to donate to many of these homes. And then the fact that we had to call in the armed forces to address the staffing shortages that we're facing in long-term care. What we really needed was minimum standard of care, something we had been calling for years. For years, we knew that long-term care was in dire condition. And it's sad that it took a pandemic and so many deaths to get serious attention that it needs. And that's why we need to have a public inquiry that is not commissioned by this government, that's not headed by friends of our Premier, that is non-partisan and one that will do justice to the lives that we lost and to the family members in our communities. So today I ask every member in this House to listen and take action, Speaker. It's already too late. Let's not make it worse. Thank you, Speaker.